And I'm Natasha.
And today we'll be talking about going back to school.
Yeah. So this year I think is a bit different than all the previous years because we've all grown.
True.
And yeah. So I think the first thing to start with is to always deliver the best version of yourself.
So true.
There's this quote where this amazingly looking woman says, "Eat good, clean your room, take care of your mind, body, and soul. Inner love transfers to outer love." And
so true. Just taking care of yourself. That's the truly the most important thing, because you not only, as you said, feel good, you look good, and when you look good, you feel good. It's a whole full circle moment that
yeah,
makes you feel good. And just really feeling good at school is a important thing to do, because there are times during the exam season where things get really hard and it's, you feel really drained and stuff. But when you make sure to take care of yourself even at these times, it really
yeah.
just helps the whole situation.
Yeah, because you really do feel good when you look good,
Mm-hmm.
when you're taken care of, when you've done your morning and skincare routine,
Right.
maybe, when your
Mm-hmm.
homework's done. You really feel confident,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Yes, this is, I think, really important to, if you've created a morning and evening routine, as we like talked about in our first episode, um make sure to keep doing it even during the school year, even though you won't have as much time as you have in the summertime. But make sure to maybe, change it up a little bit, make it, shorter or something. Just make sure that you do your morning and evening routine and make sure you stick to it, because that's what's gonna really help you feel good. And just, you really need your alone time. Like, you still need it, even
Yeah,
when we're in school and we don't have that much time, you still need it, and it's
yeah,
important.
it's so important to take breaks
Mm-hmm.
and not burn yourself out because
Mm-hmm.
it's really super easy to just work, and then suddenly you're done and you
Right.
cannot do anything because you're burned out. So it's really important to have this alone time where you take care
Mm-hmm.
of yourself and prioritize yourself even during the hardest seasons,
Mm-hmm.
which also like goes with making a plan, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because
For
if you make
sure.
a plan, then you see that, oh, now I'll have time to do my skincare routine and now I'll have to study more.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do not make this plan, then it stresses you out
It like
and
overwhelms you.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so much. And maybe even if you have, because like so many people have some big exams this year,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you have maybe you're graduating or something. So do not like look at this big thing as one stressful thing in
Mm-hmm.
front of you. Maybe divide it into smaller
Mm-hmm.
tasks and make a plan of what you're going to do when.
Mm-hmm.
This way you won't even stress that much.
Right. Right. Truly, just never start. I feel like the worst thing you can do is start learning right, like before the exams, like
Yeah.
2 weeks prior. Like, no, you have to start really in September or August, or whenever your school starts, and just work your way through. And as you said, create a plan. And this can be kind of overwhelming because there are a lot of things you have to do throughout the day, but creating a plan and experimenting with what you want to do at what time throughout the day, like, it really helps you just creating like a stable routine.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, as you said, like, you won't burn out and you will have time for everything.
Yeah.
And really planning it out and try sticking to it, because it's gonna make your life so much easier. And then you will see that even with a plan, like, you'll find yourself having a lot of free time, like, in between, because a lot of these things you think in your head take ages to do, and they really take just
Yeah.
10-20 minutes. Maybe, okay, studying is going to take you a few hours, but you're going to still have time for yourself. Like, don't stress about that, like, it's
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Yeah. So true. Um.
I wanted to speak about the study routine, and it kind of goes
Mm-hmm.
with what we've kind of said now, to create a plan, but really create the study routine. if you can do that, go through your courses this year, go through your classes, like what you're gonna study, and try and like creating a plan. Ask your teachers whether they can give you some dates on the tests or
Oh
some
yeah.
exams,
Mm-hmm.
and just learn a lot prior and experiment with different like study
Mm-hmm.
techniques, because
Yeah.
everything, people just, we're all different. Something
Mm-hmm.
works for me, something doesn't work for Natasha, maybe, and you have to just experiment, find what works for you, and create a plan.
Yeah. I mean, it's so important. I think it's so important to learn how to maybe take notes or
Mm-hmm.
how to remember more stuff, how to focus more. And it's so like interesting to even like experiment with these
Mm-hmm.
things, like finding new techniques to do stuff. And even for studying, do like studying with music, maybe some classical or piano, or do like studying in silence.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find what is best for you.
Right.
That way it's way more efficient, so you work smart, not draining yourself.
Right, because a lot of people do not know how to study, and they will just
Mm-hmm.
study for hours and hours and hours on end, and then they won't remember anything because, as you said, like, work smart, not hard. Like, you have to just work, 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 and then give yourself a break. Don't like make it really long. Like, don't make long study sessions in where you read one page and then you give yourself a 20-minute break and then you
Yeah.
do another page and another like 30-minute break. Like, it's not efficient. Like, you have to learn how to work really like efficient. I feel like that's so
What
important.
really works for me is the Pomodoro technique,
I
where
use
you
that
work
as
like
well.
20 or 25 minutes and then 5-minute break.
Right.
And then after 4 these cycles, you have like 20-minute break. I think it's really great because you focus, but you have limited time there. It's not like you
Right.
have to focus for hours and hours. And even the 5-minute break, it's really like optimal because you get to drink something, like eat something, go to the toilet. It's like the small stuff you do, your mind clears out, and then you get to start over again. So I think that's a great
I
technique.
love using that. I also use it. I don't do 20 to 25. I usually do like 30, 35, sometimes even like 40, but then give
Mm-hmm.
myself like a 10-minute break, maybe
Yeah.
15. Like, I do bigger break times and stuff. But it also depends on what you're
Mm-hmm.
learning.
Yeah, obviously.
And also, it really helps to, I don't know what the technique is called, but when you explain
The
something.
framing or something
Right,
like that.
right. Like,
Yeah.
it's like explaining something to someone, and that way you really feel like the teacher, and it really sticks in your brain really well. I found that
Mm-hmm.
helped me a lot.
Yeah. What I think is also like really important is the motivation, because like you have to start somewhere. And for all those people who are telling themselves that the things you learn in school, they're useless and worthless and there's nothing you're going to do with them in the future, that's dumb, that's stupid. You
It
never know
really
what
is.
you'll need. My father always told me this. I was always like, okay, yeah,
Right.
sure. But it really is. You get to possess so much knowledge. Like the school, it's an amazing place. You get to learn so much. And really do not focus on what is not worthwhile right now. Focus what is interesting to you. Do not focus on what isn't going well, but focus on the positive side. And that way you'll even enjoy it more maybe. And when you're interested in something, it will be even better for you.
Right. No, but this is so true because my parents always used to say, like, you don't know when you're gonna use the knowledge. And I
Yeah.
was like, no, but I don't care. Like, not interesting for me.
Yeah.
But it's so incredible to have knowledge kind of in every area. Like,
Mhm.
I really wish I studied more even
Mhm.
throughout the corona time. Like, I wish I studied more because I could have so much cool information that
Yeah.
other people might have or might not have. And just as you said, like, focus on the positive. Always, 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 always try your best. And even if something doesn't work out, it's fine. Like, not everything always works out, but it's about how you pick yourself up and how you
Yeah.
find solutions to that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not every bad thing ends badly, it just happens. So that way you can pick yourself up and do some changes, and it is going to, you know, be better.
Yeah.
Also another thing, I feel like it's really important to invest into some cute like materials, some stationery,
Oh yeah.
notebooks, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of like romanticize the whole study process, because I feel like every time I had like a cute notebook or like cute pens and pencils, like it was so much more fun to study, and I could write some cute notes, and it was just so fun, like really
Yeah.
romanticizing yourself, being like, oh, I'm from this TV show, whatever, like just creating
Yeah.
this like almost like an alter ego is so fun. Like I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean also like cleaning your desk and then going to
Mhm.
study and seeing like the clean space
Oh,
with
so
only the
incredible.
cute stationary things. For example,
Right.
they're not even that expensive. I mean, obviously you
Mhm.
don't need like every cute panda thingy on your pen or
Right.
something like that, but maybe there are so many pens, for
Mhm.
example, packed in one, and they sell it for
Right.
$2. So it's
Right.
really not that hard to buy something like
Or
this.
like on AliExpress, like the
Yeah.
quality is pretty much the same as in your like normal stores,
Mm-hmm.
but they sell so many cute things and for
Yeah.
so little, and even like notebooks and notepads, or
Mm-hmm.
if you use your computer or your iPad, buy a cute case for your
Yeah.
iPad,
Organize like
organize it.
even the stuff on your screen, because if you
Right.
have like so many unorganized things in there, it just
Mhm.
looks so messy. And
Mhm.
like this thing that the surroundings around you, like if you have a clean room, you have clean mind.
So true.
Yeah, so if you have clean space, then you have clean mind. If it's messy everywhere around you, it's going to
Mhm.
be messy in your mind, and we don't want that. We want to focus. So
Right. No, but that's honestly really life changing, because I used to, not that I wouldn't have like a clean space, but I just had like a lot of things and they would take up a
yeah.
lot of space, and I would always hear like, oh, just clean it up a little bit, like you're gonna, you know, your brain is gonna work better, you're gonna be focused a lot more. And it's so true, because once you really have nothing to look at, there's nothing distracting you.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of artists prefer it the other way, because they have a lot of things to look at. That way they can have inspiration. But I don't
Yeah.
need inspiration, I need to
Yeah.
focus.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is so helpful to having clean space, clean room, having some cute clothes on. Like, doesn't matter if you're at home, just wear some cute clothes.
Yeah. Even this, like, I did this like a few days ago. I went with my mom and we went shopping because I really needed some clothes to have at home. Because
Right.
if you wear at home all the clothes that are that disgustingly done with themselves that you cannot even wear them outside, where it's how you feel, then you have to wear something you look good in. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a fancy dress or something. It just, you need to feel taken care of. You need to feel good, even at home, like something cute. And then really you will focus more, not being in something so ugly you're ashamed to go outside in it.
Right. Like really always, even when no one is looking, that's the true like self-love you can have for yourself. Like even when no one's at home, even when no one's looking, I still take care of myself and I still look good, because that
Yeah.
really shows that you do it for yourself and not for others. And also we spoke about this earlier about delivering your best at school, and a lot of times like you really experiment with different like styles and stuff. So before this school year, maybe go on like a shopping spree and buy yourself some cute clothes.
Yeah.
Really invest in yourself and invest in what you want to look like. And also think of the weather, because if the four seasons truly change, then think of different outfits you can wear each season. because you can't just, buy some like summer clothes and then in 2 months it's
Yeah.
gonna be cold again. Like, think of the climate and where you live. Like, if there's warm, like, the climate is warm the whole year, then buy some cute clothes like that, and just really experiment, find your
Yeah.
style,
Just
romanticize it, right? And find some inspiration on like Pinterest, maybe even. So helpful.
The second you think about it, more like maybe a fashion show, or maybe you're
Right.
Elle Woods or Rory from Gilmore Girls, the
Mhm.
second you feel like you've embodied
Mhm.
some extremely good looking woman with beauty and brains,
Right.
that's when you really feel good and the change
Mhm.
starts happening.
Like,
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, I also wanted to say that there's going to be like some dark days, for example, exam season. But even if you're drained, be kind, be
Mhm.
nice, and try to look good
Mhm.
for yourself, even during these times, because
Mhm.
it is kind of an art to
Mhm.
be tired, drained, and then kind to someone asking you the most stupidest question on earth. But these people, they did nothing to you.
Right.
So even maybe like when teachers start saying something like, "Oh, what you're doing there? Are you listening to me?" Don't talk back. I mean, they're just doing their job. Yes, many of them are not mentally well. No, they're not. But some of them are, and even those who are not, it's really like their job. Do not fight with the
Right.
teachers. Don't be mean. Like, it's going to bring nothing to you, just the reputation that you're disrespectful, and that's a
Right.
very bad reputation.
It really is.
It's
So true.
all those disrespectful people, they're ugly. Like, I'm telling you,
They
I
really
saw many
are.
disrespectful people. They look
They're hard to look
disgusting.
at.
Yep, they're disgusting. I cannot even look at them because they really,
But it's so
my
true.
eyes hurt. When I look at them,
so
it just
true.
hurts. Do not be disrespectful. Do not be mean. Be kind. Spread love. Even to, and do not even engage
Right.
into like drama
Right.
and stuff. It
Nuh-uh.
just doesn't make any sense. If someone has something to say, like to you, let them say to your face. If they don't
engage.
Yeah.
Because they're scared to say to your
Yeah.
face.
Just live with the great feeling that you live in their mind rent free. It's an amazing feeling.
Right, like they're your fans, truly.
They
Like, you
are.
have a lot of fans. Like, something like a hater, I don't think it exists, because
No.
they're just obsessed with you, which also, like, obsession
love-
equals a fan.
Yeah.
So, really be happy. And also, I think Megan Thee Stallion said it in like one of her songs, and she was like, when someone like talks behind my back, they knew why they didn't say to my face. They're
Yeah.
scared of you. They're probably intimidated, scared. They want to compete with you secretly.
And you're in school for you. You're there to study,
Right.
gain a knowledge, become the powerful, like smart, intelligent person
Right.
who can look good and be smarty smart pants.
Right.
And
right.
you're not there to engage with some low vibration people. You're not there. Like, do not even like think about them.
No, they truly do not exist. And this also goes for like friends that we kind of spoke about it in our last episode. Friends that just prey on your downfall, are mean all the time, and are, negative all the time. Like,
send them to exile.
Right, like, or you go to exile and just leave them.
Yeah.
Don't, like, it's better to be with yourself than with bad company, and it really just helps you, like, finding people that love to study and love to better themselves. It really helps a lot, because then all of a sudden school is not this awful, boring thing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's incredible, and it's fun, and it's so knowledgeable, and it's always about the way you look at it and the way the people look at it as well.
Yeah.
And I kind of have like a similar thing to what you said about the teachers, about them, like, if someone criticizes you, if it's a teacher, let's say you didn't do something well, and they criticize you, or they just have a mental illness and they will criticize you for just existing, like, really truly look at it like they're sick in the head, and it's just the universe like helping you
Move somewhere.
move somewhere and learn how to deal with these people. Like take it as like a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Again, don't talk back, don't be mean. Deal with it yourself. They
'Cause,
have
like,
an issue.
Yeah, these people, they're everywhere and they're going to be everywhere your whole life.
Right.
Like, even in the future, you're going to be stuck maybe with a colleague or boss that's going to be sick in the head.
Right.
And maybe you'll have to work with him just to grow somewhere and get a promotion. You'll have to be with him. So really try to take this as a lesson. You can learn, like, yes, you are sick in the head, obviously not well, but don't take it personally. It's never that personal.
It's so true. Like when you switch your mindset and go into this, like, it's never that personal.
Yeah.
Like it really just helps so much, because it really never is. Like they will find another student to be mean at, or like these situations,
you're not the first or the last one.
Right, like it's so not personal. Like it's just they need someone to pick on. They're probably sad.
Yeah, if they want to help you, they give you criticism to how can you improve your work. And if you see that this criticism is not at all about your work and how you can improve it, then just do not even listen to it. It's just if they're talking to a wall, like the wall doesn't respond.
Right. Also another thing, I feel like it's really important. We also spoke about this in the first few minutes about like finding space for yourself, but also find space for your hobbies and your friends or partners, because hobbies are truly what connects people. You know, people love hobbies. People love to just meet somewhere and do some fun activity, a sport or an art class, whatever. So still find time to do it at least like twice a week. Like, you know, make sure also like keeping up with your friends and your partner, because it's like you can't remember or like you can't forget that all these things they like did for you even at the times where you did have time, and you have to like give back to them, and it's gonna make you feel better. Like we're all social creatures. We love to talk to people. You can't like completely like push yourself out of every single situation. So make sure to like meet up with your friends every like 2 weeks, meet up with your partner every week or every 2 weeks again. Like,
so true.
Make sure to like create space for that.
Yeah, because if you just study, it's just okay, you have all this knowledge now, but really what is your like priority here? Like, is your priority to feel love within yourself, to spread love to people who love you, maybe friends and family? Or is your priority to be like, I don't know, to learn 2 hours more every day?
Right.
Like, you can just give those 2 hours to someone. You can call maybe even your family and see how they're doing. Even the hobbies, like finding time for yourself, it just really takes your mind off of the studying, and it's just way better. By the way, working out and having like hobbies and stuff, it really helps you even like with stress. And yeah, I wrote this also down because like having stress, it's just so normalized right now. Everyone has stress. It's just here, and you have to learn how to cope with it. Otherwise you'll become like physically ill.
Literally.
Yeah, you're going to get ill, like some chronic autoimmune disease, and that's not funny anymore. Like if you're sick, it's just not that funny anymore.
No, it really isn't. And this also goes with the sports thing. Like this is something that a lot of people forget. Like a lot of people forget to be grateful for their health, and they kind of realize it when they get sick. And no, like you have to go the other way. Like you have to take care of yourself. That way you won't get sick. Like it's not the other way around. Like not when I get sick, I'm gonna start, you know, eating healthy. Like no, you eat healthy so you don't get sick.
Yeah,
so important.
And maybe with the stress, if you really experience a ton of stress, because I know people in school and they're really so stressed, even if it's not that like deep for me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like it's just some grade, like what is it, they get really stressed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's this exam and da 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 da. But really, maybe go for a walk, work out, meditate, journal your feelings, because if you keep them inside of you, you will get sick. You
Right.
will get physically ill. You will be really mean. You
Mm-hmm.
will be just hard to speak to because your feelings, they will bubble, bubble, bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even like try some breathing techniques.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, always think logically, because humans, we have this thing called fear, and it's
Right.
really illogical. We fear so many things, and it's like, oh, I'm so afraid this is going to happen. Think about it logically. What
Mm-hmm.
is the worst case? How can you, maybe what can you do to not let it happen? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what can you, where's the solution?
Mm-hmm.
Always try to find the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like a lot of people kind of misinterpret the fear with overthinking, maybe. Like,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you think it's fear, or it could be like a fear mixed with like overthinking, but people will overthink and get scared over things that they cannot themselves like manipulate. Like,
Yeah.
you cannot just let your brain and occupy your brain with just worrying all the time about things you cannot like yourself change,
Mm-hmm.
and really just only shift your mindset the things you can change. And if those if there is a way to find a solution to that, that's great. If there's no way to change it, if it's something out of your ability to change,
Yeah.
don't even think about it.
Yeah. Do your best of what you can do, but then if it's done and you're just maybe waiting for a result,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot do anything about
Right,
it.
like
Like,
it's done, like
yeah,
it's
it's
literally
done.
done.
Do not think about it. It's just a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I maybe wanted to speak. Yeah, I wanted to speak about like food in school, because like
Mm-hmm.
food, it's really important what you put in your stuff, like what you
Mm-hmm.
consume. And I found that many people in school, they are lazy like in the
Mm-hmm.
evening, and they do not want to prepare food for the next
Mm-hmm.
day. So they'll just buy junk food at school, but it's just really damaging.
It really is.
And like preparing food at home, it's really not that hard. Maybe try preparing some like sandwich, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe something really nutritious that you
Mm-hmm.
like, that even helps with romanticizing,
Mm-hmm.
because then you think about it and it's like, oh, it's going to be lunch and I have something really great in my
Right.
backpack. It's just going to be so yummy. So
Right.
really prepare food. Do not eat junk food in
Mm-mm.
school. If you want to eat like chocolates and sweets, maybe try dark chocolate.
And try mixing it with like nuts,
Yeah,
maybe like
nuts are
create like
amazing. They have this amazing like chemicals in them that they go in your brain, and your focus is so sharp. It's just amazing.
it's so important. And also, I would say, as you said, like really try and study up on nutrition and like the amounts of certain foods you should be putting in your body, like certain part, like how many protein, like how much
Yeah.
protein, how much fat, how much carbohydrates. Like, don't overwhelm yourself again, but make sure to get a certain portion of every single one of these in
Yeah.
every meal, because that's truly going to satisfy you and make you feel really good and really healthy. And in school, you don't want to eat, as you said, like junk foods, because it's really heavy. Like, it makes you
Yeah.
sleepy, it makes you sluggish, and you don't want to feel sluggish. You want to
Yeah.
feel energized.
Yeah. And the last thing I wanted to say is, always, if you have a problem, go and find a solution. There is a solution to every problem.
So true.
There are maybe more solutions to one problem.
True.
There
So
is
true.
always a way out.
Out.
If you have
Always.
like bad grade and you're concerned like what you're going to do, it's the end of season, go talk to the teachers, talk to your parents. If you're feeling overwhelmed, get a therapist. Like, you're never alone. find a solution. If you're feeling like bad, like maybe sick, go to the doctor. You're not a doctor. Google's not a doctor. Your parents may not be doctors, so
Right.
go.
Go to the doctor,
Yeah.
take the medicine, take care of yourself, find a solution.
Always, never
Always.
satisfy with the
Mm-mm.
with the conclusion that yeah, it's a problem. No, you have to see way out of it.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is everything for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you so much. We have so many new supporters and we're so thankful. So thank you guys.
So much for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you, our dear sponsor, Mr. Director. Thank you so much.
You make this all possible. Thank
Yeah.
you. And thank you, Natasha, for coming by and
You're
just
so
filming this
kind.
incredible episode with
No,
me.
I thank you, Bella.
Oh, thank
'Cause
you.
You're just the ideas you put into this. It's just amazing.
No,
Thank you so
same
much.
goes for you. Thank you so much, and thank you guys, and we'll
We'll
see you next time. Bye.